So the heart of your, underlying energy is the Seven of Cups. This has a lot to do with making decisions, family, breaking past the smoking mirrors, the Two of Swords, something. Oh, geez, that's interesting. Why is the Two of Swords coming up with the Knight of Wands? The second you start to look for readings that tell your future, that confirm something, it's like, you just totally gave your future away. Your destiny is your choice. The second you give that up, you completely let everybody else decide what your future is instead of you. And you have to live with that consequence. So Taurus, that's why I am telling you guys this, because, all you fixed signs are kind of a bit of a control freak. Don't worry. I have an Earth placement, Taurus placement, that makes me a bit of a control freak myself. Do you want someone to tell you your future? Let me know in the comments. I think I'll put a poll up there actually too. Do you want people to tell you your future, or do you want to create your own? That's a big question, and I really want to know. Let me know how you guys feel about that whole concept. But let's get into it, because I really am looking at this and going, damn, what's going on? Because you have the Two of Cups as your underlying energy and the Ten of Cups. That's awesome. So there's this... Ten of Cups indicates the completion of a cycle emotionally, though. Like, it's usually happiness and spending time with family, spending time with people. People are involved. It's the family card, right? Usually, it's happily ever after card, yes, but it's also the family card. It's a really good card, but it feels good. It's a good feeling card, and you already feel good because you have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is the happiness card, is the content card. You feel good regarding that, but I feel like this is a sort of, creating some sort of emotional feeling around something with people, right? Something that you can really feel and cherish. Like, you can cherish not only your feelings for yourself and, what you've got around you, but the people that you love, sharing that love in. But then you have the Two of Cups as your underlying energy. Has to do with someone else that could be mirroring your exact stuff. Like, you could be doing the same exact thing, going down the same exact path, feeling the same exact stuff, thinking the same exact stuff. I usually see the Two of Cups as the mirror card, because let's be honest, when you have this situation going down, usually the people that are coming up with the Two of Cups have more than just similarities. But this is a general reading. Can't get too specific in it, and we're only reading for you. So that being said, the focus has a lot to do with two people, you and another person. Or the fact of the matter is how you feel about this individual, not about how they feel about you. Because why does that not matter? Because if you did know, why would you let their feelings affect your decision making? Right? Like, if you did not like them at all, like, think about this. If somebody liked you and you didn't like them, would you date them because they liked you? No. So why does it matter if they liked you or not? Just go with how you feel. And I feel like that's the biggest thing, right? You're just focusing on how you feel. This is about someone you've met. This is about someone that you've gotten to know. Now, the situation is this, right? Or you're getting to know, rather. This is the beginning. You haven't really gotten anywhere further than just, recognizing similarities in which you guys share, which is obviously interests, desires, feelings for either, each other's future, etc., right? The heart of the reading, the challenge that we're facing here, is the Magician. Now, the Magician can indicate a lot of things, and one of those things being communication. I also get the feeling that there is this confidence thing here, because we have strength in the past. That's a big factor in the matter, too. But the reason why confidence is coming into play with this whole thing has a lot to do with what you believe you are prepared for, what skills you've got, if you're ready, all that goodness, right? The preparation for what's to come. Because honestly, let's be real, anything that comes our way that we feel we're not ready for usually comes in like lightning speed ahead, right? It's like, oh, you're not ready? Perfect. We're on our way. Have you noticed that? Like, you just be doing something and all of a sudden something happens and you're like, I wasn't prepared. But that's the thing. The second you think you're not ready, usually you're ready, right? And the second you think you're ready, you end up waiting forever and ever and ever and ever. Going through life cycles, learning different lessons, things that push that thing back until you feel you're not ready again, so they can push that on you, like, hey, guess what, you're ready now. It's very odd, but it's not really playing with destiny per se. It's more of just like making sure that you know what you're doing when you get it. Now, the magician is feeling prepared, having all the skills and all the tools necessary and in your vicinity to utilize when something comes along. This also indicates manifestation, because this is the card of manifestation. Why? Because he channels the energy. He utilizes his energy to manifest what he wants, to create what he wants, right? He has the tools and everything there. He just creates and, channels the energy into himself to get the work done. But the challenge here, y'all, is the Four of Pentacles. Oof. So we've got a card here that really talks about holding things back, not stepping outside of the comfort zone. Clinging on to that safety blanket. And I'm not saying y'all have a safety blanket. It's a joke. I figured it's fall. We're getting close to Christmas time. Everybody's thinking about Charlie Brown and Linus. It's that kind of sort of thing. But, he uses it to his advantage. Good for him. But this situation here is saying that there's some sort of holding back. Reason being the magician. Somebody don't feel like they're ready. Y'all don't feel like you're ready. And it's like, that's what's gonna make you ready. You're not being ready. That feeling. And I think that's why this Two Cups came. Because you guys, I feel like a lot of you guys don't feel like you're ready for this, but you manifested it. You guys kind of did like an Aquarius thing. And the reason why is because Uranus just moved out of your sign, but you got a little lingering effect of Uranus dinging around. So you got a little bit of Aquarian stuff going on with you guys. So you guys have manifested a relationship before you were ready to actually do anything, right? Before you felt ready, right? Because that's the thing, right? The feeling is more important than actually having everything. Because even if the magician had none of the tools, he's got plenty of the skills to channel the energy that he needs to make stuff happen without the damn tools. The tools are with him, there with him to show him that he has got everything he needs always, no matter where he is. His body, his mind, his spirit, everything is the vessel in which he will use the energy to channel his energy through and create a masterpiece. But the Four of Pentacles, somebody's holding back. Somebody's keeping their little pentacles in. And it's like, why? Because you don't feel like you're prepared to do what you're feeling to do. Because you don't feel like you just got to a place of stability. You got to sit yourself grounded, and you're not ready to branch out. That's okay. We're working on this. We're going to talk about this. Because in the past, you had strength. You had to be brave, fam. You had to be very, very brave here. And I feel like there was also a bit of a struggle, because obviously the strength card to me indicates struggle at a certain degree, right? You had to kind of keep yourself at a, leveled, in a very balanced state so you can get through a difficult situation. Strength sometimes is, can be that, pushing that beastie side to the, beast element to the side and really connecting with our with our controlled energy, right? Where we hold ourselves back from lashing out and acting crazy and taking care of the things that we need to take care of to get us through a difficult time or a time where there's some serious trial, right? It's hard. You got to keep that balance, right? Because when at any moment this chick here that this rubbing the lion here. At any moment, she could have freaked out. She could have screamed. She could have, lashed out and lost her mind. But she kept it cool. She kept herself at peace because she knew that everything's going to be all right. She's going to take care of the situation. She trusts herself. So that building of trust is what builds the confidence, right? And she builds the confidence with the lion. She shows that she's capable of maintaining composure. And that's the kind of thing, right? You guys have maintained composure for quite some time. But that maintaining composure has definitely sent off something. I think you know what to expect, right? The thing is, the Three of Wands is this, right? Whatever this trial period was, where you were growing and being more confident in yourself, getting through a difficult situation, remaining strong and brave through a period in your life. Boom. Now you've got the Three of Wands. It's almost like you knew that this process would set something in motion. But even then, even though you're experiencing this, even though you expect what's to come, it's like that, I don't know if I actually want that. I don't know if I'm ready. Not that if you don't want it, but if you're ready. Because here's the thing, though. The Four of Pentacles, it talks about holding back and not really going out there, being open. And with communication, it's two things. You're not communicating with anybody right now. I think somebody here is just like, no, I'm going to keep it to myself. A little bit, right? Because they don't feel ready. They're not confident. But the thing is, too, I feel like this is also reevaluating one's value, obviously, right? Reevaluating the value system in which one believes of themselves, okay? Someone is really reassessing that whole value system. Page of Pentacles. That's doing the same thing. You're looking very closely at details, reassessing its value, really seeing if this actually means anything to you or if it's just a piece of junk. You know? And two, reassessing your own values. But the situation is this. You expected some sort of message to come through. You knew what was coming. Alright? And I know you guys say, well, we had no clue. We had no idea. Taurus. You have the Aquarius effect. Somehow you knew. Alright? The Three of Wands is saying that. Now, some of y'all, you may not have known. But you were putting some work in and something was going to come back. You can't honestly expect you doing stuff is not going to come back. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad thing that came back. Like, oh, you guys are going to get in trouble. No. Like, somebody definitely came in seeing that you were attractive and let that be known. They let that know. Let you know, whatever. They feel something. Now, they feel the same way, though. Now, here's the thing. It could be that this is just a business proposal, right? Because sometimes you'll have people that watch these videos, right? Watch them for business, watch them for money, watch them for things. This could be something coming in. Something of great value that builds them, that obviously gets them out of this Four of Pentacles state. But I feel like you guys may have gotten a little comfortable with this. Just a little, right? Because obviously when we get to a place of stability, we do get comfortable. We do get comfortable with where it's at. Because we got to a repetition, a pattern, a routine. We got things going in a really good solid state. And I feel like there's just a need to change, there's something that's come in to change that. And that's the thing that's kind of making us feel like, ooh, do we really gotta do that? I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I want to actually change my routine. Because that sometimes can happen. I'm not saying this has happened to all of you guys, right? But this is definitely probably going to resonate for some people. Same difference with a relationship. You got yourself a routine, a pattern in which you handle yourself. Somebody's come in to offer something to expand your life. Not necessarily to expand you, but to expand your life. Well, obviously, every relationship expands you. But this is another person that's probably come in to offer you something of great value. But here's the thing. Maybe taking you out to a date, long-term dating, seeing how things go. And you're like, you've been expecting this, but you got comfortable. And unfortunately, with Uranus in our sign, even if it did retrograde back into Aries for a minute, we're going to be working on changing ourselves for a long time, till like about 6-7 years. And this is big, but the situation is this. It's almost like you knew it was coming in, but you don't know, you didn't feel prepared enough for it. That's what it kind of gives me the sense of. You didn't feel prepared enough for it. So your first inclination with the Four of Cups in the future is scaring me, because it looks like you may reject the person. You may reject it. You may say, I don't know about this. You may even put it on hold and say, I'll think about it, but honestly, you're not. You're thinking about ways to just accept what you've got and just work with what you got here and let the Four of Cups go. Let that Ace of Cups, that new love, that new beginning go. Some of you though, may take a look at this Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups, and decide to shift your focus on what's familiar and take that leap of faith and accept that Ace of Cups. Right? It's 50-50 always, right? There's never like, oh, you guys are not going to accept it. And then there's some of you guys that will. But this is a projected image. This is up to you to decide. You have to really think about this Ace of Cups for you guys, because this is big. This is your life. This is something that's going to get you out of your comfort zone. That's a huge step, Taurus. So yeah, you may need to take a little time out to think about what you want to feel. Because this is what it's all about. Because you're like, okay, well, I got to change this routine. Yes, but what do you want to feel, Taurus? And if this is not making you feel what you would like to feel, and you don't really know how the other person's going to feel, but you know it's kind of getting you to it, it's kind of in that area, you know, but you don't, you know, it's scary. It's still scary territory, right? Take it, you know, it's up to you to take that leap of faith. Don't be afraid. You do have everything you need. Now, the King of Cups is in your goal, aim, ambition. Taurus, you all know that you come up as kings because you're fixed signs, right? And this is a Leo you're probably talking to. Some of y'all may be talking to a Leo. Some of you may be talking to a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay? Some of you guys may be talking to everybody in the doggone zodiac. Right? These are just projections. You know, they loan the energies, right? As we heard before from, from other people. Yeah, the signs don't, the signs are not the card. The card carries on the characteristics of those things. The King of Cups, though, someone that's emotionally available, someone that's open, someone that is in great love. This is the master of love, guys. The master of feelings. The master of dreams, of fantasy. This is your goal and ambition. So this begs the question, right? Y'all don't really want to stay single. You want to be in love. You want to feel something intense. You want to tap into that 7th house Scorpio energy for those of you that are Taurus risings, as thou myself. Okay? You don't want to just dive into that Scorpio South Node and feel all kinds of amazing ass feelings. You can feel that. You're allowed to. You, as a human being, are put on this earth to feel the feelings that you are meant to feel, to live the experience that you so choose. You can have this, but the only way to do it is by being open emotionally, right? You gotta feel those emotions. You gotta be in love. You gotta feel those feelings. And not shying away from it. Think about it. Scorpios have to be tortured with their feelings every day. So what makes you think that you can get away from him and still want a relationship? Can't do it. Can't do it. Unfortunately, as an air sign here, trust me, I would love to do the same thing. Emotions are hard to deal with, but you don't have to let that consume you, right? It's all about feeling what you want to feel. Be what you want to feel. Feel what you want to feel. Love yourself. That love will return to you. But if this is an opportunity for there to be more love, to feel, to be in a loving situation, to be in love with someone, you can. You have everything you need to handle it. You are allowed to love. I swear, if I pull Roman's Angels and you get deserve to love, you deserve love, I'm gonna cry. My eyes are gonna water up. I'm not gonna feel a full-fledged bowl, but I will. My eyes will water because the King of Cups is definitely in love. He's always in love. He's always in love. If he's not in love with his wife, he's in love with the world. He's in love with himself. He's in love with everything. It's because he believes of the potential of things. He allows himself to just melt in his emotions. But he also doesn't lose himself there either. Like, it's a very nice balance between, balance and flow. So, this leaves us with the outcome card. The Four of Wands. I know some of you guys watch other readers, so you know what this Four of Wands is. Some of y'all that are new, I'm explaining to you, this is a card that represents the higher place of commitment. This place represents a place of stability, right? You don't stay at the Four of Wands, though. And what's interesting about this whole reading is that you guys have 3 out of the 4 cards. Oh, actually 5 out of the 4. If you want to get technical, then maybe 6 or 5. 6, yeah, 6. Because if you want to get technical, there's the 4th card in the major arcana and in 13, right? So, which is the Hangman. So yeah, yeah. No, I think 13 is death, actually. I'm messing up my order. But yeah, but the Four of Wands, this is a higher place of commitment. This is a relationship. That can be a relationship, right? This is a promotion, usually. Like, you got to a really good spot. And this is not where you end, though. You still got a lot of work to go to, right? Because you got other levels to go up to. Even the president is not the end game. You have to be the CEO, right? Whatever. But, this is the stepping stones. All right, you're getting yourself to a higher platform. This is a job. This is great. Your outcome is this way. Maybe this is taking an offer of some sort and you get promoted somewhere, or you move to a place where you feel more stable and really good about where you are and you feel like you're ready to pursue forward. You even celebrate here, but you don't stop at this, right? But if this is a relationship, this is moving in a higher place of commitment for the both of you, for you mostly. If this is just strictly dating, it can be, let's go out to eat. This is a promotion. This is a step up. Let's exclusively date. That's a step up. Let's be BF and GF. Step up, right? GF, BF. It doesn't matter, right? Let's be partners, right? Let's get married, right? Let's have kids. Let's have a family. Let's do X, Y, and Z, so many things that this Four of Wands can lead up to, right? But you never stop at one place. It doesn't exceed it. So let's go ahead and see what you guys got with the Romance Angels. What a reading, guys. Well, we got a lot of cards that's coming out of here. And the card that I see is this could be the one. Wow, fam. Wow. Made a bit of a mess, sorry, but you know, it is what it be. It be what it is. Alright. So, let me show you your card here, which y'all got. This could be the one. It says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. Boom. Boom. I told you. You already met this individual. You knew it. You kind of expected them to come in. I mean, come on. Like, you were putting some work in. Let's be real. You've been putting some work in. You knew somebody was looking at you. No, I'm just kidding. All right. But some of you guys knew. Some of you guys didn't. Some of you guys were just doing your business, handling your business, doing whatever you're doing. And that manifested somebody to come into your life. Voila, the offer. Oh, jeez. Or you guys, this is a pretty much established relationship. You've already met this person, yes. And you kind of knew it was coming. It's just about really if you're ready to take that step of change. Let's be real. Like, change is kind of difficult. But let's go ahead and see what we got going on with the Whispers of Love. Oh my goodness. Back to what you love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. Now, what did I just say about the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles? I just said, literally, that you guys may be reevaluating what you feel is of value to you, which is basically what I said. What do you guys want? Return back to love. You can love. You can. You have everything you need, but you have to be what you want to feel. And in order to know what you want to feel and to know what you want and have what you want, you have to figure that out. You got to bring it back. You got to go back to what you want. And if it's some old stuff that you really don't want anymore, you got to create a new. That means you have to reevaluate your value system. Still have to kind of reevaluate all that. But either way, go back to love. King of Pentacles. King of Cups, rather. Wow. What a message this time around, Taurus. Y'all make me happy.